Off this bitch. All right, you guys, on deck, George, Craig. Right now, give it up for Matthew.
You in the back. The plaid shirt. What's up, bro? What's your name? Matt. My name's also Matt. I want you to decide, what's my first joke going to be about? You want a joke about butt sex, a joke about sodomy, or a joke about synonyms? You want a joke about synonyms? Okay, so Skittles and M&Ms are basically the same thing if you're a racist. Or if you shove them up your ass. Anyway, so I used to be married, right? I married this beautiful Colombian woman, but it was an illegitimate marriage. I married her so that she can get citizenship, so we were pretty much roommates for about a year. And one day, immigration came knocking on our door, and I was like, quick, execute the plan. So she comes up to me, she starts giving me a blowjob real quick. Immigration comes in here, and they're like, hey, what's going on in here? I'm like, I'm just getting my dick sucked by my wife. What do you think's going on in here? And they're like, wait a minute. Nobody gets their dick sucked by their wife. And then she got deported. Do you guys ever notice that sex affects the way that you pee? You ever notice that? Like when you're a man and you have too much sex, you tend to pee in this forked direction. And when you're a woman and you have too much sex, you tend to just pee all over my face. You guys like Republicans? Let's hear it for Republicans. Okay, so Republicans right now. So Republicans, they now believe that scientists have found life on Mars. Have you guys heard about this? The Democrats, they're saying that there's no life on Mars, it's just a fetus. So let's wait 9 months, we might have life on Mars. Anybody like the Beatles? Any Beatles fans in here? You guys like the Beatles? I like the Beatles too, but I recently found out that John Lennon was a woman beater.
That's right.
And I was like, God damn. And I was disappointed, but it is in the name, they're the fucking Beatles. So, I mean, can we really be surprised? And I was upset for the longest time until I listened to a record with Yoko Oko on it. And I was like, I can see why. I mean, somebody had to do it eventually. It was pretty god-awful. But now we live in an age where Taylor Swift, she's currently like the Yoko Ono of the NFL. So I'm a little worried for her domestic safety. Is anybody else worried about Taylor Swift right now? Any Taylor Swift fans? Oh, come on. Give her a break. So I represent a group called the BBADB. Broke Bastards Against the Discrimination of Billionaires. So I'm here trying to take a stand for the billionaires. I don't have much time to take a stand for them with my 3 jobs and all that, but every once in a while I have time to be like to stand up for these motherfuckers because somebody's got to take a stand. Like you don't know how much they had to like come through to get there. They came through so much, just like Jeffrey Epstein watching home videos of them. He came through so much watching those videos. So my favorite of the elitist class is Ronald Reagan. Any Ronald Reagan fans in here?
Yeah.
You love Ronald Reagan? So I'm a big fan of Reaganomics. In other words, I used to sell crack. So, the kids these days, younger kids who are like in their late teens, early 20s, they're just not really doing art anymore. You notice that? And when I was a kid, I remember I used to do a bunch of art. I used to draw these beautiful portraits of naked women because I didn't have any internet back then, so I couldn't watch porn, and my parents wouldn't let me or anything. And so I had to draw my own. The kids these days, they don't know what that's like. So you're looking at me, you're thinking like, oh, you're not that old, you're like 32, or something like that. I'm like, let me tell you how old I am. It took me the longest time to get my signature to look alike every time that I wrote it. You know, now I'm at the age where my farts all smell the same no matter what I ate. They all just smell like my dad's farts. And I'm like, so I'm as old as dad farts. That's about how old I am. So I got this problem, you guys. I'm addicted to drug jokes. So I've been going to Narcotic Jokes Anonymous, Alcoholic Jokes Anonymous, and Sex Jokes Anonymous. I'm really just trying to clean up my act. Now, so I was driving on the way over here, and I really hate speed bumps, you guys. So I was like cracking up some speed on my hand, and I was about to snort it. Then I hit a fucking speed bump and got powder all over my lap. I'm sorry, guys, that was a drug joke. I just relapsed. So hopefully I don't hit another speed bump, because then I'll relapse again, because I'll get powder all over my lap like a fucking relapse, you know? But anyways, sorry, my mouth is really dry. Let me take a swig real quick before I finish my set. I was just, it tastes like Molly. So Molly is my girlfriend. My girlfriend's cat. So I was sleeping and like I was dreaming that I was eating my girlfriend's pussy, but my girlfriend's cat was sitting on my face. So yeah, I was. But anyways, that's my set. Have a good time.
Nasty, you guys.